Hey everybody, Desir here with our round 3 Cosmic Crucible video. I'm going against Fet986. I did lose the last matchup, hoping I can at least go 2-1 this week. If I lose, I should still stay in my Diamond 3, but I'm really trying to get into that Masters 1. It's nice that we're not dropping ranks after this season, so there isn't as much pressure. But let's go ahead and take a look at Fet986. So as we see, Fet986 is about 73 million TCP. I'm about 69 million, so this is going to be a 4 million punch up on this one. So it's going to be more like a punch across in that aspect. And we know he's going to be a good player because he is in Diamond 3. So let's go ahead and look at the defenses. In Stage 1, we have X-Treme X-Men with Rogue. Stage 2, we have a Darkhold Loki. Stage 3, Infinity Watch, and that's a pretty good size one. Stage 4 is Out of Time with Black Panther 1 million BC and Quicksilver. Stage 5 is Secret Defenders with Doom. And Stage 6 is Gamma with Black Knight. For Stage 1, I'm going to use my Superior 6 with Vulture into the X-Treme X-Men with Rogue. This is a pretty good counter to this, so I feel pretty good. So for the start of the match, I'm going to target Nightcrawler and use Vulture's special. That's going to put slow on Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Rogue. The Gambit pings is already starting on Vulture, so that's definitely good. For Green Goblin Classic, I'm going to use the ultimate. It doesn't really matter who you target because all of these characters besides Doc Ock are Raider. For Kraven, I'm locked behind the taunt, so I'm just going to still use the special on Rogue and ability block her. Forge is already in red, so is the Cyclops. I'm going to summon the Shocker out. And Spider Slayer is going to use his special. And their Forge is dead, so we don't have to worry about the revives anymore. And the Green Goblin Classic pings just killed off the Nightcrawler. I'm going to use the Vulture Ultimate. And now it's just down to Gambit and Rogue. Gambit can still ruin us, so we need to take him out as soon as possible. So I'm going to focus on him next. I'm going to use the Ultimate for the turn rewind on Gambit. And now I'm going to use the Vulture Basic on Gambit, so he is now dead. So I can just focus on Rogue and finish this match clean. For Stage 2, I did have to make a change to my usual team. Usually I have Falcon in here, but I swapped it out for Emma. The reason for that is because they brought a Loki, so I need to bring Emma so I had the turn advantage. So as usual, we're going to target Agatha with 2099 and use the ultimate. For Spider-Weaver, I'm going to target Wong and use the ultimate to get the trauma and stun on him. For Kestrel's turn, I'm going to target Morgan and use the special. So now I have the defense down on Morgan, Heartless, and Wong did resist it, unfortunately. Emma, I'm going to use her special to put slow on them. And for Iron Man Infinity War, I'm going to use the special on Morgan, and that's going to get the nice rebound between Morgan and Wong. So that's a little mistake I did there. Initially when I used Kestrel special, I should have targeted Heartless. That way the Loki could have been dead and I didn't have to worry about the mind control damage that Iron Man Infinity War just got. So here I'm going to use the Kestrel Ultimate on Agatha to take the Death Proof off, and I was trying to go for the kill on her and get greedy, but she ended up living. I'm going to use the ultimate from Iron Man Infinity War, and 3 of them are now dead, so I just had to worry about Wong and Loki. So it's pretty clean finish right here on this part. For the Infinity Watch, I'm going to use my Masters of Evil with Spider-Man Big Time. I've done this match before, so I feel fairly comfortable on this one. However, on this one here, I do make a crucial mistake, so I'm going to point that out. So for the start, I am going to use Titania's ultimate on Gamora. That's a mistake right there. What I'm doing is I'm focusing too much on Gamora at the start, and if you do that, you're going to see what happens. So I used King's special. Now I'm stuck behind the taunt of Phyla-Vell, so I can't use Big Time's special on Nebula to take the revive once from Nebula and Gamora. And because all of the buffs keep getting extended by a +1 to a max of +3, I'm really stuck behind this taunt and I can't get off of it. And this is reason number 2 you don't want to go for Gamora too early, because she just heals all the damage up anyways. I have no clue why I targeted Gamora at the start. I usually target Phyla at the start, or on this particular matchup, I usually go towards like a Nebula to take the evades off, so that way I could use the Big Time special. So that one mistake at the start of this costed me this matchup, and you're going to see how fast it goes downhill when Gamora starts going. Here I use Kang's basic, and I am able to get through the Phyla-Vell. I hit the Moondragon, and now Gamora just takes out my Absorbing Man with the ultimate. She gets an extra turn. She goes towards Kang, and now Kang is going to bleed out. So I just lost my taunt, and I lost my main damage dealer. So now I'm kind of in a panic mode to where I just want to try to take out as many characters as I can so I can do a cleanup and hope that my opponent drops a match as well. For my cleanup, I'm going to bring in my War Dogs. I know that I can usually do like a punch cross with them. This would have been a punch up, so that's why I didn't choose them. But at the start, I'm going to go towards Nebula and use the basic. I'm going to use the Black Panther 1 Mills special on Gamora, and I get that nice rebound chain back and forth. And Gamora and Warlock's almost dead, so this was a very easy cleanup. For stage 4, I'm going to use my Hivemind with Super Skrull. I haven't really faced this type where Quicksilver's with the 3 out of time members. Granted, there's no Black Knight in here, but I want to be more safe rather than kind of risk it for this one. For the start of this, I'm going to choose to go towards Black Panther 1 mil with the Super Skrull special. The reason for that is the star brand is a low star level, 1 mil is fairly squishy, so I'm able to get that nice turn boost at the start of it. I use Void Knight's ultimate on Cap. The star brand is now dead as well, so that's a lot of turn meter. I'm going to go towards Cap and use the ultimate from Carnage to get some bleeds on him. I'm going to use Gwenum's special on Quicksilver to get the stun on him as well. For Red Goblin, I'm going to use the special on Cap to get some defense downs on them. Quicksilver was able to shrug off the stun, and Scarlet Witch was able to kind of do that health rebalance. However, Super Skrull's special was able to go on Peggy, so I got a nice hit on the 4 characters right there. She is now dead, so I can focus more on Quicksilver and get Cap and Red, and just keep that train going of knocking characters in red and getting the speed boost. For stage 5, they had the Secret Defenders with Doom. I'm going to bring my new warriors in. The new warriors are a great counter to Secret Defenders, and last season they even took out teams with Doom on them, so this should be a pretty quick match. At the start of this match, Ms. Marvel Harlight's going to use that ultimate to get the taunt on. However, Gwenpool is able to use the special to take the taunt off, along with the Death Proofs from Black Cat. Firestar is able to use the ultimate on Photon, and that gets a nice rewind on Doom so he doesn't get his turn when he gets pushed, along with Robbie on Photon. Cloak, I'm able to use the ultimate, and that takes out the Photon and Doom. Dagger's going to use the ultimate on Black Cat, and Robbie should be bleeding out here shortly, so this is a very quick match, and I made fast work of this team. For stage 6, because of that Black Knight, I wanted to do more overinvest than underinvest, so I'm bringing the Undying with Quicksilver and Apocalypse team. At the start of the match, the Red Hulk's going to use the special on my Zombie Juggernaut. Quicksilver is adjacent to him, so he doesn't get that turn rewind. Zombie Juggernaut's going to use the special to put slow on all of them. And Quicksilver, I'm going to try to use the special to strip the charges off, however, they got resisted. So I'm just going to basic into him, and I was able to get the taunt off of the Black Knight. Apocalypse, I'm going to ult, Black Knight is dead. I'm going to use the Falcon Punch on the Red Hulk, and from there it's a very easy cleanup on the Hulk and Abomination. And unfortunately, I did lose. It was a 49,763 to a 762. So this was one of the closest matchups I had in a long time where it was decided by 1 point. It looks like it could have been from my stage 2 where Iron Man Infinity War got knocked really low at the end, or it could have been from obviously the misplay on my Masters of Evil and Big Time. That one cost me as well, but this was really fun. Hopefully I get matched up against you again soon. So let's go ahead and look at these scores. In stage 1, I got an 18 and a 22 with my Superior 6 Vulture. This is a very efficient counter for me, so I'm probably just going to do this for the final 2 weeks unless there's something else that comes up. The stage 2 here is one of the things that cost me. My Iron Man Infinity War got knocked so low at the end because I should have used that Kestrel special to hit the Loki and possibly take him out. This one ended up getting me a 17 and 18 on efficiency still. This is the other matchup that cost me. That was a terrible playing by me on the Infinity Watch. This got me a 20 and a 7, but the drop match, and that's where it came down to the efficiency at the end. The stage 4 got me a 20 and an 18. I don't know if I actually needed the Super Skrull. I think I could have done a pure Hivemind on this matchup. Looking back at it, I could have used Super Skrull elsewhere. But regardless, it was a very clean matchup. For stage 5, this got me a 20 and a 17. I was really happy with the efficiency on this one, and considering they had that Doom and I had to kind of deal with that threat. But New Warriors is still a really great team. For the Gamma with the Black Knight, this got me a 14 and a 21. The health bonus wasn't the greatest, but the efficiency, it wasn't terrible considering there was a Black Knight on the field. For my opponent, they got a 3 and a 19. The Superior 6 almost lost to my Secret Defenders with Noir. I was pretty impressed with this. For the stage 2, they got a 20 and a 15 into my Darkhold. And for my Infinity Watch, they used Gwenom, Venom, Mysterio, Vulture, Spider-Man Big Time. Duelum, I see use this combo a lot, so it's really efficient. They still got a 20 and an 11 because my iWatch is pretty big. For my stage 4, they tried Apocalypse with Hivemind and Vol into my X-Treme X-Men with Rogue and Black Knight. They end up combat canceling. I'm not sure if it's because the game crashed or they backed out because they were losing, but then they went back in with Apocalypse, Super Skrull, Vol, King, and Void Knight, so it took a lot. It was an 18 and a 23. I wanted to try something, so I put A-Force with Tigra in my stage 5. New Warriors crushed it with a 20 and a 25, so that experiment's definitely off the table. And for stage 6, they got a 20 and a 19 into my Hero Asgard with Dorm. They brought their own Undying with Eternals and Dorm, so it was definitely efficient. I am still in Diamond 3, so that's definitely good news. Next week I need to go 2-1 or 3-0, otherwise I'm going to drop into Diamond 2 and I don't want to do that. The changes to X-Men are going to be live on Friday, so I'm going to be playing into that strength for my next week of Cosmic Crucible. Hopefully that's enough to kind of push me over that threshold to where I can get that 2-1, 3-0 type of score I'm looking for. Let me know below though in the comments, what X-Men are you going to be working on, or just going to ignore them because they're not really going to be impactful for you for where you're at? I'm kind of curious about that. But remember to like and subscribe, and you all have a wonderful rest of the day.